Why, hello my lovely friends. Today we're going to be doing a little review of the Colourpop Twilight collection. It's so cute. It just showed up today and I'm so excited to show you guys what goodies are in here. And then I also thought it would be fun to do like a 3 looks 1 palette with the Twilight palette. So I didn't get everything, but I did get most stuff. These are the packaging for the 2 highlighters. I did grab one of each color. Also grabbed a liner in the shade Vampire, and this is what it looks like. I believe this is the red one. I saw all the colors. This better be the red one because I think that's the one I ordered. Let's check. Yeah, it's the red one. Beautiful deep metallic red. I liked the colors, but I've seen a lot of people complaining that the green one isn't up to par with like the black and the red one. Like the formula is just different. It's a bit more sheer. It looks different and it doesn't wear as well. So, you know. And then of course I had to get the palette. So this is what the little box that comes in looks like. I'm not gonna keep that. Well, you know what? I might keep it. Yeah, I think I'll kind of just fold it like this. That way it's flat. And I'll put it with my cards. I wish they had like a card that came with the collection. Do you know what I mean? When you order something from brands and they send you the card. Like a collectible card. I wish they had that. But I would just fold this so it lays flat and I'll put it with my cards. This is the palette itself. I do kind of wish that this box was like this because this makes you think that it's going to be a different color story than this. I like the palette, okay? This year is going to be the year that I stop caring about what everybody else thinks about palettes, and if I like them, I'm going to buy them. Just because they're going viral doesn't mean we need them. Just because people hate them, it doesn't mean I need to hate them. I love this color story. I think it would definitely work for me. There's so many beautiful glitter shades in here. And I think all the beautiful shimmers are really what drew me to the palette. We do have the quote, so the lion fell in love with the lamb, and this is what the inside of the palette looks like. So we're going to be doing 3 looks with this palette in this video. The makeup I have on today is worn out makeup, y'all. I'm telling you. I had a job interview this morning. I got the job, but I woke up at 8 o'clock and I just didn't really want to do like a full face, you know, so I kind of did something basic, but I don't have eyeshadow or anything on. I just have mascara. So we'll do a look on like both eyes, a look here, a different look here, and then tomorrow we'll come back and I'll do 1 look like with both of my eyes with the palette. So I'm gonna prime my eyes and then I'll be right back so we can begin this journey. Just a smidge closer. I'm gonna prime my eyes with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot just to see how this works. I think it'll go pretty well with the colors. This is a really easy primer to use if you don't like a super sticky primer, but you're like me and you have pretty veiny eyelids. Just look at the difference. You still see my veins over here and then you can't over here. I just really love this primer. It does a good job, and it does a good job of like not letting the oil seep through. What is going on in my lashes? Because my eyelids tend to get pretty oily. I don't know what's up with my skin. My actual face will stay dry, but my oily eyelids stay the same. They do not dry up really. So, all right, there's that. I think I want to do like a blue eye, a green eye, and then tomorrow we'll play with the neutrals. So let me grab my brushes. And I'm gonna start out with this pretty fluffy brush from P. Louise. And let's start out with Irrevocably, this denim blue shade down here. Really love it. And we're just gonna pop that on our outer corner. It seems to be pretty freaking pigmented, but like they're all very muted shades, so I don't expect this to show up as like a navy blue on my eyelid. But the plus side is you can build it up. Kind of want to do like a wing shape. So far, I really love that shade. I've seen everybody raving about it who has the palette, and for good reason, because you know what? It is a beautiful muted blue shade. It's not an in-your-face, boom, I'm wearing neon blue eyeshadow. It's just very pretty. And let's go in with Unconditionally next. This shade right here. Now, I've seen people on TikTok starting like with the shimmers first and then going over them with mattes. You know what? Do whatever you feel comfortable with. This is just my routine and my typical way of doing my makeup. That shade's very pastel. This is just my way that I would typically do my makeup, and that's why I'm doing it this way. But if your way is popping a shimmer on and blended that matte out around it, baby, go right ahead. I'm going to actually mix the 2 shades a little bit just to see what happens and put that all through my crease. And now taking Unconditionally the lighter shade again to further blend that out. I just wanted a bit more definition. So freaking pretty. Okay, now on my finger, I think I want to start out with the shade The Cullens, which is this beautiful kind of blue purpley shimmer right here. And I'm going to take that on my finger. Gorgeous. Wow, it really blends in with those two shades nicely. Now, if you want, you can take that little blending brush and kind of, you know, just buff everything together. I really like that shade. It's so pretty. Very beautiful. Now I want to take this shade Immortal. It's a really pretty shade right here. It kind of just, is it a glitter? I think it is like a very chunky kind of glitter. Yeah, yep. Tap that just right in the middle for a little pop. How stunning is that? So pretty. There is a little bit of fallout down here. That's okay. I kind of expected there to be. I mean, look at that. It wiped away and didn't leave any marks. I'm going to grab my brush cleaner and then we will get started on the green side. Actually might start with a shimmer on this side just to see how that goes. I'm also trying to adjust my light. I think that's perfect. Okay, ignore my clothes and clutter over here. I'm the worst about cleaning. Also, I wish I had like a cute themed shirt and a cute themed headband to wear. I don't, okay? I have a Valentine's Day headband and just a plain black top. It'll be okay, I promise. I'm gonna grab some fixing spray. And the brush I wanna use, because we are gonna pack that shimmer on and see how that goes. The shimmer I wanna start out with is the shade Lion and the Lamb. This beautiful kind of greeny, shifty shade. People say it's duochrome, but I'm not seeing much of it in person. I did kind of see the flip on camera for some people. Let's see. I don't know, maybe on the eyes we'll be able to see a little better. I am gonna spray it twice, and we're just gonna start putting this all over the lid. Do your eyes first, okay? Don't be like me and already come on here with your makeup done, because I'm getting, I could feel the fallout. It is insane. Then I'm just gonna go in with this and kind of start to buff that shade out. I did put it all over my lid. I didn't stop halfway, and I don't feel like it is a duochrome. I feel like it's just a very beautiful green shimmer. That it is. Layer it up if you need to. Very pretty. Cleaning my brush. I get my brush cleaners from Dollar Tree. Yeah, Dollar Tree, by the way. They're like $1.25. I get a lot of questions about that. They're super cheap. Now I want to go in with this shade Impossibly Fast. Down here in the corners. Beautiful mossy green. On, this is a dirty brush. This isn't the same one we used for the blue. This one's the one we used for the blue. This is different. God, it looks like I used that for a black. Anyway, Impossibly Fast. Tapping that off. And I am just going to go around the edges of this shimmer with this matte shade to see how this little technique works. Like, will she blend? Will she not blend? I think the looks that I saw with people doing like the shimmer and then the matte first ended up looking very beautiful on TikTok. Again, that's just not what I typically do, and that's okay. So far, I think over here on the corner where I mainly like made that shade more saturated, it's turning out very pretty. Now I just want to take the shade at 17, which is a bit of a lighter, like kind of sagey green, and I'm just going to take that same brush and I'm going to focus this one more towards the front and the middle, but I do also want to take it on the outside just to help blend everything together. How pretty. I winged this one out a bit, kind of made it more angular and keeping this one more rounded. Typically like to do that just to see, you know, like which of the looks I like more when I try new palettes. I'm going to take more of a fluffy brush with nothing on it. Just cleaned it off. And I'm going to buff those out. These are very cool shades. I don't think there's a single warm tone shade in this palette. They're going to be very cool. They're going to leave a bit of an ashy tone behind. And that's normal for cool tones. This is very pretty. I'm going to take a little bit of 17 and Unconditionally, that mint blue shade, and just see if that can kind of add a bit of uniqueness to this side. Something different. Does really give foresty vibes, but I'm also going to take a bit of the shade Say Out Loud, which is, I'll show you guys in just a second. Just want to see if it does anything. I think it added a really pretty like blend. Say Out Loud is this shade, well, really if I hold the palette like that, it's this middle shade over here, that I planned on using tomorrow because I did a blue and a green and I want to play with the nudes tomorrow. More neutral. Not really nudes, they're very cool tones, but alright, do I want to put anything on top of this? For my inner corner shades, I think on the green eye I want to take the shade Ice Cold, so I'm going to grab a brush to just do that. And this is not a glitter, it is a shimmer. We're just going to pop that right here. Oh, it looks white in the pan, but it almost has like a sheer base to it. And then I also want to put that up here. Am I crazy? I'm going to swatch this shade. I didn't really want to swatch anything, but it looks white in the pan. Kind of looks like a sheer white there too, but it kind of looks golden here. For the other eye in our inner corner, let's use Edward. This looks like a glitter. I'm willing to bet this is a glitter. Yeah, it's a chunky glitter. But I'm trying to pick it up with my brush anyway. Whoa, it is like a holographic glitter with like rainbow sparkles in it. That's insane. Love that. Wow. So pretty. Okay, let's do our lower lash line. It's probably not going to turn out that great because I do have mascara already on. But I am just going to take for the blue eye the shade Irrevocably. Why is that so hard for me to say? Irrevocably. And I'm going to blend it out with that lighter blue shade. And then on the green side, I'm going to do the same thing and take this shade and then blend it out with that shade. Here we are. So I do just want to try the highlighters now. This one is Vampire Skin, and I will swatch them. Here's what Vampire Skin looks like. I actually really like this black sleek packaging. She is more of a silvery white with some blue sparkle in there. Here is Vampire Skin. Look at that. Again, very cool. Sticking to that cool tone. So blinding the camera doesn't even want to pick it up. And then this one is Meadow. Of course, it's made to look like the Meadow. It is a white with a pink purple reflect. These are so creamy. I love Super Shock shadows. Put that one right under Vampire Skin. Very beautiful. So today, I think we'll use Meadow. And tomorrow I'll use Vampire Skin. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this before I just smack Meadow on my face again. So I find these are best applied with your finger or like a very dense brush. So I'm going to take Meadow on my finger. Seen a lot of people saying this is that new hidden highlighter trend that's going around. Like you kind of don't see it, but then when the light hits it, hello, bam. She's very pretty. I'm just going to see how she applies on my finger. I don't typically like applying highlighter with my finger. And I did have a very sheer highlighter on for my interview earlier. Ooh. Blinding. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I love her. Definitely apply these with your finger. Wow. She's got much more of a sheer base than Vampire Skin does. Vampire Skin has a lot of pigment behind it. Like it's probably going to leave a bit of a cast. This one, like you can't see it until the light hits it. Like if I look this way, you wouldn't even think I had highlighter on my cheekbones until I turned. And then you're like, oh shit, she does have highlighter on. Very beautiful, very pretty. Shall we swatch the eyeliner just while we're here? This is the shade Vampire. Beautiful metallic red. She smells funny. Ooh, that smells like paint. It's more of a burgundy shade. I don't mind it. I do like it. It really does look like blood. Do you think she'll look good on this eye over here? Or should we just do it tomorrow? I don't know. Let's just give it a go. How will blue and red match? I don't know. Is it going to look like the 4th of July? I don't think it would look bad because it's such a dark red. There's my miniature wing with that beautiful, ooh, metallic red liner. I love that. Okay. Yeah, that might be my favorite thing in the collection. It's just so pretty. So pretty. I love that. Okay. This is look number 1 and 2, I guess. 1 and 2. For the Twilight collection with Colourpop. Friends, how is everyone today? I'm very sick. I went to the doctor yesterday because yesterday is really when my symptoms started. I got tested for strep, flu, and COVID. All came out negative, but my heart rate was like in the 130s. It was in the 140s to 30s all day yesterday. And all my symptoms, they said that they're positive I have the flu, that it's just too early to show up on the test. So I'm still recovering, but I have to go out and run a few errands today with my mom. I don't have to, but I just want to get out the house and get some fresh air, and I don't want to look so dead. Okay, so this is going to be my 3rd look using the Colourpop Twilight palette, and I'm very excited to use it again. I kind of have a look in mind that I want to do with it. It's been about a week since I've played with it, I think, so I'm really excited to get back into this palette. I've not touched it again since I played with it last. Just haven't had much time, and I knew I wouldn't be able to get to it this week because I'm starting training for my new job tomorrow. So I just wanted to go ahead and get my look done with it. So I'm going to prime my eyes. I think today I'm going to use my P. Louise. I think last time I used my MAC paint pot, and I loved how the colors stuck down and everything, but I do want to try this today and see how it works. Of course, eyes are primed. I have the palette and my brushes. I want to start out by going into the shade called Bella on a fluffy brush. I'm just gonna pat that on my outer corner over here. I will say, it to me it looks like it shows up a bit darker than it does in the pan, which I definitely don't mind. It's very easy to blend already. Like these shadows really just tend to help blend themselves out, and I really like that. Also, there's like a bit of dryness over here at my lash line. It's not the primer or anything, it's just my eye. Alright, so I'm just placing this right here. And I do think I actually just want to take that shade and bring it all the way in to the inner corner over here. Just like so. So I'm just going to do that to my other eye. I'm really just packing it on. I'm not doing much blending at all right now. Off my brush with my little brush cleaner. I am just going to take the edges and kind of fluff everything out. These shadows are super soft, super easy to blend. Again, I think that little white patch is just a dry spot on my eye. I don't think it's anything with the shadow. So now I want to go with a bit more of a fluffy brush. I'm going to take this fluffy brush and the shade Say It Out Loud, this kind of more muted, neutrally shade. And we're just going to go blend that out a little further. Don't really know what shimmers I want to use yet. Oh boy, these two blend super nice together. Super pretty. Okay, I'm gonna get the other eye done and I'll be right back, but you know, here's the after and the before with that. I liked the way that those blended out. I'm gonna grab a couple of brushes that I want to use for like shimmer now, and we're about to go into the shimmers, which I'm really excited for with this look. I'm gonna use brushes because I don't want to use, excuse me, my finger. So I think I want to start out with the shade, excuse me, goodness, Irresistible, the shade down here, and I'm gonna take it on a little flat brush I've had this brush forever. I like it. It's pretty good for picking up shimmers. But I am gonna, ooh, but if I could do it without knocking everything off my desk, I am gonna spray it. Come on now, just once to see how she sticks. Oh, she's beautiful. Kind of like a gunmetal color. I really like that. So I'm gonna kind of just place this up to the crease, and then I'm gonna do my other eye, and I'll be right back for the next. Use the same brush and go into Moonlit, which is this shade over here, and I'm not gonna spray it again. I'm just gonna pick it up and see how it lays down on its own. And it lays down really nicely. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of take and blend this up at the top and with that other shade. I think these two work really well together. And if you sprayed it with the, you know, this time, of course it would show up more intense. I'm just not really going for that super intense look. So what I want to do now is I'm gonna go in with a super teeny tiny brush, but I still want it to be like a little bit fluffy. I'm just gonna use this one, and I want to take the black shimmer called Forever Young. Wow, it's actually in the mirror, it looks more, or like in the phone video, I guess, it looks more metallic than it does just looking at it. But I want to take that on my outer corner to kind of deepen the look up a little bit. You just see the difference between like that and that. I feel like it just adds a little bit more drama. At this point, I think the only shade that I haven't used from this palette, I think, is Prom Night. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of that on my finger. Very pretty. And I'm just gonna kind of tap this on top of those two. Ooh, very pretty. I'm very lightly tapping it, but it did add like a beautiful amount of sparkle. And I'm gonna try to clean this off with my brush cleaner. It actually worked. If you want to, you could kind of just go and like blend around here to kind of mesh everything together. That's what I like to do, just to make it look a bit more seamless and natural. I'm gonna finish my face, and then I'll come back to do the bottom lash line and the Vampire Skin highlighter. I'm very excited for that, so I will be right back. And I want to do our bottom lash line. I think because I haven't done my makeup in so long, I'm having some problems. Like, my face is super dry. Even though I did like my proper skin prep and everything, I'm still just like cracking in places. But you know, it's expected to happen. I haven't done my makeup since the last time I used this palette, so you know. But I want to start out with the shade Bella, that first shade we went into, and just take that on a fluffy brush. If I can find the brush I want to use, I'll just use this one. I want to use a brush like this, pretty fluffy, just coat my brush with that shade and take that along the bottom. Pretty smoky look so far. I'm actually enjoying it. I love smoky eyes, so I kind of thought that when I thought of doing this look, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to make it more smoky because these looks are my jam. I'm also not experiencing any fallout with the palette, which is pretty incredible. I actually really love the color story in this. Now I want to take a bit of a more fluffy brush, and I'm going to take Say It Out Loud, the second shade we went into. Just coating one side of that brush, and I'm just gonna go in and blend that shade kind of out and up into like towards my temple, you know, just to kind of connect everything. I really kind of like that smoky grunginess of the look. Now I'll go into our highlighter, Vampire Skin. This is the one we haven't used, at least I think. I can't really remember. I didn't go back and look. I should have, but I think this is the one we haven't used yet. So I'm gonna take, first of all, just to get it on my nose and my eyes, I'm gonna take a little brush and go into her for my nose. Ooh, gosh, that's so shiny. I love that. I'm gonna take it, of course, right here on like the bridge of my nose. That's so beautiful. And I'm also gonna hit my inner corners with it. I really love these kind of icy highlighters. I know people say that we should leave them back in 2016. I don't agree. I love these kind of highlighters. I'm gonna take a little bit on my finger. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love applying highlighters with my finger, but we're gonna apply this one with our fingers because I don't know what my dog's barking at. Oh, that's actually very pretty. Okay, so I'm tapping a little bit on with the finger the products on, and then with the finger beside it, I'm just going in and kind of blending it out, you know, so it doesn't look as harsh. And I actually think that worked beautifully. That is such a pretty highlighter, very icy. So if you're not into those kind of icy, blinding highlighters, obviously you're not gonna love this one. But I think it's very beautiful. It's definitely one that I will reach for. It's why I picked it up. I kind of knew that I would like it. I'm gonna head over to TikTok and put one of these new multi-chrome liners from Colourpop in my waterline. But if you guys want to see a swatch video of these and, you know, tell me which ones you want to see on my eye, I will definitely upload those to TikTok and then upload them here. Again, there'll be a shorter form content video, but if you guys want to see that, just let me know. We'll definitely put that up on here. Okay, I love that color. It's such a nice pop of like orange brightness to bring back some life into these eyes. So I'm gonna pop on a lash, some mascara. I don't think I'm going to do any liner. If I do, I'm not going to do a wing or anything. And then I'm going to pop on a hair crown, and we will be back for the finished look. Here is the finished third and final look using the Colourpop Twilight palette. I absolutely love this. I don't so much love my lashes I chose today. They are, excuse me, Ione half lashes in the shade Scorpio, or in the style Scorpio. I don't know, I just don't think they suit my eye very well, but you know, I might get used to them throughout the day, who knows. But yeah, this is the finished look. Really love it. I wanted to throw on this hair crown from Chelsea because it really just reminds me of Victoria's hair, and she was like the most beautiful redhead at the time I'd ever seen, and I fell in love with her. I thought she was absolutely beautiful, so I wanted to kind of channel her look with this one, and I really love how it turned out. I think it turned out beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you picked this up or planned to when they restock it. I really love the collection. Thank you guys so much for watching.